What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. As you see the title of the video, today we are talking to Alex. He is a Etihad cabin crew based in Abu Dhabi. He reached out to me a few weeks ago and said, hey, you know what, Kyle, let's talk on a Zoom call and speak about life, Emirates versus Etihad. And I was like, for sure, let's do it. So a few days ago on my Birmingham trip, I had a Zoom conversation with him. And he actually posted up the video a few days ago. I will throw the link for that video in the description box and a link to his channel as well. Go check him out. He's got some fantastic content out now. The thing is, the Zoom conversation was like 50 minutes long, and he's posted up the whole video on his channel. But the copy that I have or that I made has been, I edited now, and I realized it was absolutely atrocious. So I've had to cut and crop and edit a lot out. So the video actually is only about 25 minutes, but I've left the highlights, the most important and the best parts of the video there. So make sure you check it out. If you have any comments or if you want me and Alex to talk again about anything, throw it in the comment section and we'll try to do another Zoom conversation and talk about that, cover all those topics. But yeah, check out his channel. Like I said, I'm not doing an outro for this video, so it's just gonna go straight into it and straight out. Enjoy it, guys, and I'll see you next week. How long have you actually been in Etihad, Alex? I actually don't even know.
I've been in Etihad for 5.5 years now, I received a notice. I'm just about to promote to business class recently, but I don't have the training. Yeah,
Congratulations.
I don't have the training yet.
Congratulations.
So when I see the training in my roster, then I'll know for sure. Okay, I'm gonna promote. So it's gonna.
Then you're gonna believe it, huh? Yeah, right. So it's interesting you say 5.5 years. Is that the average time it takes, or how does promotions work in the Etihad? How long, can you share anything about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so before I joined, it was very fast. I know people that actually promoted after 6 months of economy. So
Wow.
after probation, as soon as they finished 6 months, they were in business class. Why? Because at the time the company, Etihad needed a lot of business class crew and cabin seniors and cabin managers. Like there was a lot of promotion because the airline was in a rapid expansion, and yeah, I believe this is the reason. So everything went very very quick. But
Yeah.
obviously after that things calmed down. So after I came, things settled. We had the destinations established. Everything was established. So then it takes a while, and then we all know COVID came and stuff like this. So now it's just taking a longer time. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think if things get back normal, the normal time would be, I don't know, 3-4 years.
Yeah. I hear you because obviously it's just about demand. What they need and in which specific positions.
A bit. So in Emirates, you have economy class, business class, first class, and then you upgrade to you said cabin supervisor, which is economy
Yes.
class in charge of economy class, right?
Yeah. So you have you start off as a economy, then to business, then to first, then you have a cabin supervisor. But the cabin supervisor, typically you have two on a flight. One will be in charge of the economy cabin, and one will be in charge of the business class cabin. And then you have the purser, who will be in charge of the first class cabin and the overall, obviously, workings of the whole flight. Yeah.
It's similar. In Etihad, we have economy, business class, first class. First class, we don't have a lot of them, to be honest. Emirates, obviously, they have more because of the 380 nowadays. We don't fly the 380. But after first class, we have cabin senior. That's the designation. That's in charge of economy. And then we have the cabin manager, which is in charge of the whole aircraft. So
And aircrafts, now you talked about the 380. So in Emirates, we basically only have the Boeings and the Airbuses. The Boeings would be the 777-200 and the 300, and the Airbus would be the 380. But for you guys, how many aircrafts do you have across the fleet?
So right now, the main fleet, like the aircraft that we have the most, is the 787-9 mostly. We also have some Dash 10s. We still have some 777s, but I believe that they actually want to kind of replace the 777 with the A350, which will come very soon.
Yeah.
Um, So that's pretty excited. Sorry, that's pretty exciting because it's a new aircraft, and we all eager to see it, to fly on it. It's quite futuristic as well, and I we've seen the pictures. I've seen the galley. The galleys are amazing and stuff. So it's it's a nice workspace, I guess. We also have the 320 family. We still have the 320 family. Why I say still? Because we might actually give them away soon, but it's just rumors. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll become a double aisle wide body aircraft like Emirates, basically, like without having the narrow body aircraft. For those of you guys that are not aviation geeks, let's say narrow body aircraft, the small aircrafts, right, that you have on other small airlines as well, and the wide bodies are the double aisled aircraft that big carriers have. Like both Emirates and Etihad, we have in Etihad we have the 787 and the 777, and then in Emirates you have the 380, the flagship, and then the 777 as well, right?
Obviously, you're based in Abu Dhabi and myself in Dubai. But how is it in Abu Dhabi, living in Abu Dhabi? Change from home to here or to Abu Dhabi. How have you managed? How do you feel?
Uh, so I come from a colder country, right? I come from Romania, let's say, and I remember the first time I reached Abu Dhabi and the airport doors they opened. It was in May. That was the joining date that I had, and already May is quite hot in UAE. We all know this. So I didn't know. What how the weather here was like. I never experienced it before. So the doors of the airport open, and I went outside and I was like, whew, so this is it. Wow, it's just a wave of heat hitting
Yeah.
you. So I found that very interesting at the time. Um, but yeah, I don't know. How do I find it overall? Just I like it, to be honest. It's Abu Dhabi is
Yeah.
more chilled, is more peaceful, more not so crazy than Dubai, I think.
Right. Yeah.
In Dubai, there's a lot more people, a lot more tourists, and this obviously is also pro and con, right? There's so many things to
Yeah.
do on a daily basis. There's this option, like there's so many options, but that can be sometimes overwhelming, I guess, right? I don't know. You
Of course, yes, 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 yeah. I know what you mean. It's you almost get caught up sometimes thinking that because there's so many things to offer here to you here in Dubai, you you feel obligated that you have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to be doing certain things because this is your lifestyle now. And it's interesting. As like you, I joined in July in Emirates, and now just imagine coming from South Africa. That's our winter. So I was all bundled up on the airplane, came into Dubai, and the doors opened, and I was like, "What?" I mean, you hear that it's hot, but you don't actually realize until you get here. And it's interesting you say Abu Dhabi is a little bit more quieter because I've been to Abu Dhabi a few times. Because what we usually do is when we have a few days off or vacation that we weren't allowed to actually travel because of Corona, for example, we've come to Abu Dhabi, and my wife, on numerous occasions, has said that she actually prefers Abu Dhabi to Dubai just because it isn't as glitz and glam as Dubai is, because you can still get everything you want in Abu Dhabi that you would get in Dubai, but it's just a bit more calmer. So I think that's why she's really really in love with Abu Dhabi. She's always said to me, you know what, I think I'd prefer being in Abu Dhabi than Dubai. For me, I've gotten so used to being in Dubai and what it has to offer, and so I think obviously I still prefer being in Dubai. But I understand, you can get everything you want in Abu Dhabi, just a bit more chilled out, and yeah, that's nice actually. So, what is more important to you when you're doing your YouTube videos? Is it about your job, or is it about your traveling? Is it about a combination of both? What do you enjoy showing the people?
It used to be more layovers, especially when I
Yeah.
first started posting 2017-18. Let's say I was doing some layover videos, like Casey Neistat style vlogs. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah.
But then, I just started talking about subjects in front of the camera more. So I think that's what I'm doing now more and more, especially the traveling being a bit restricted in so many countries. And,
Right. Yeah.
you cannot do this, you cannot do that. We all know the situation with the pandemic. So now it's a bit hard
Mm.
to just go out and travel. And, also you have to wear a mask everywhere. Like it's just a bit weird. I prefer just
Yeah.
chilling sometimes and just
Yeah.
speaking to the camera,
Yeah, I
just
get that. I get
about
it's interesting you say that because for me, I love showing everybody what I'm doing on my destinations. But for the last 2 years, where you can't leave your room for quite a few of these places, it's just come down to now me showing you what I'm eating. That's all I have. That's all I have.
pretty cool as well, I
You
would
know,
say.
because I can't go out of my room, and you try to make these videos interesting, but there's only so much I can do. So what I've actually decided to do was, for me personally, was because my job is being a cabin crew for Emirates, and that's what my YouTube channel started. Also, my inspiration was Casey Neistat. Actually, funnily enough, that was what made me start vlogging. But I realized that my occupation is a cabin crew, but actually my passion is about finance and anything to do with investments and money. So what I started doing was, now, because I realized consistency is the key when it comes to YouTube. If you post consistently all the time, that's where you'll have a little bit of success. So what I decided to do was keep my videos every Saturday for my travel. But on Tuesdays now, I've actually introduced another segment of it talking about finance, because that's actually my passion. And that's where I think I would like this channel to go, in that direction, more about finance and how, as an individual, for the most part, for most of us, we don't really have that education when we're young. We're not really taught this in school for sure, but by our parents even. So I'm just trying to spread that beginner financial education to everybody, because that's actually where I want to go. I would love to talk about cabin crew and traveling, but because you're so limited nowadays, it gets very difficult. So that's why I decided to add more to the channel, just so that I can actually, I mean, go a different direction, but also keep people still interested in watching me.
Guys, for all of you watching, just head over to Kyle's channel. Put a subscribe there. Watch a couple of
Thank you. Thank
videos.
you. Thank you.
He's also very interactive. He talks about many things about rosters. He has quite a lot of room services. Room service, is that a word? Room services, like Jesus. Anyway, I'm talking blibberish here. Yeah, so investing, this is also one point that we have common ground in. I also
Yeah, I
find
see
that.
you doing a lot of crypto. I've seen you talking about crypto. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of crypto videos. Like, I didn't in probably investing in stocks as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, stocks, yeah,
I
stocks.
haven't done that much. I have an interest though in precious metals and cryptos, so I still
Right,
own
right, right.
own both. And I did trade a little bit. Like, I trade more commodities. I trade a few stocks as well. I can say trading. I I don't I didn't really make much at the time of trading. I did short day trading,
Yes, okay.
and I cannot say I went too far with that. But as far
Mhm.
as buying cryptos and holding them, it has been productive.
Talking about new joiners, people, I'm sure, and I'm quite positive that you have been getting a lot of messages about this, but a lot of people have been saying, when is recruitment being open, or when are they going to start recruitment? What's your opinion? What's your advice to people that are interested in the job? What should they do? Anything that you could share with us?
So, the first thing is, watch the forums. There's information about absolutely everything. Type cabin crew forum, how to become cabin crew on Google. You will find so many infos. You will find our YouTube channels as well, because we talk about it sometimes. But as I said, there's a lot of information available for free. When I started this, it wasn't. So you can obviously take advantage of this. Nowadays, the companies are recruiting. Why? Because it has been quite an empty period with COVID, and then afterwards it was a boom up, right? That so many destinations open and so on and so forth. At least in Etihad, probably in Emirates as well, right?
Yes, of course, big time.
So now the companies are hiring. We actually, last time I checked, there were 48 different assessments in Etihad, like
Wow.
assessment days. That's a lot. That's 48
Yeah.
different locations that you can apply for. So first step is to apply online, and then
Hmm.
if you get accepted, then you will be invited for one of those assessment days in person. So then you can attend, and if you succeed, then you are welcomed here in Abu Dhabi or Emirates in Dubai, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are always asking me when I assess when will assessments open up, or when will interviews or jobs open up for cabin crew, whether it be Emirates, Etihad, even Qatar, even talking about our neighbors. But the thing is that, I mean, I'm sure Alex will agree with me on this. We don't work for recruitment
Yeah,
or HR. So we
obviously.
don't actually know. We don't have the inside scoop, unfortunately. And the way we know that assessments are open is that we would just see it on the actual website. Hey, Etihad is recruiting or Emirates is recruiting. That's how we find out, or on their Instagram, whatever it is. So what I do urge you guys to do is to go online and keep checking as well, because we also sometimes we are late to this. We don't even know. We find out from other people. So just keep checking the websites. And actually, most of the information about the recruitment process, or should I say, a lot of information about the recruitment process, is on the website already, and you can just read up about that. And then obviously just follow us, guys. If you have any other questions, if you want to know how to become cabin crew like the two of us, then just follow us, watch our videos, subscribe, and we'll
That's the
share.
spirit.
We'll be happy to share all our tips and our experiences and our advice about being a cabin crew. I mean, I know personally for me, like I said right at the beginning of this conversation, I've been here 14 and a half years, and I've loved every minute of it. I have no regrets. And the reason why I've been here for so long is because I actually still do enjoy it, and I still do traveling. There's a lot of benefits being a cabin crew, living in the Middle East. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Um, I couldn't imagine. I know when I did join, I did tell myself that I don't want to be here for too long. I think I'll just probably just do one contract, or I'll just give it 5 years. Look at me now. Like, look at me now. I'm still here. I still got a smile on my
That's
face.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah, yeah.
amazing. I think you're doing better than me, to be honest. Like, how do you cope with the jet lag and just the tiredness of the job? Did you just get at the point that you just got so used to it that you don't actually find it challenging anymore, like at all? Or how do you cope with the?
It's interesting. You asked. So I was the type of person that would be very. I'd know that I've got a flight at a certain time in a certain day, and I would try to adjust my sleep according to that. And as much as that was successful and it worked for me, I think the older I got, I realized when you're tired, just sleep.
Just sleep, yeah.
Because if you try to plan your sleep out too much, chances are when you're ready to go to sleep, you won't be able to fall off to sleep. So if you feel tired, just try to sleep, just try to manage your rest. And for me, when it comes to, for example, my layovers, I'm here in Birmingham right now, and I know that yesterday when we got in, I did whatever I needed to do. But I told myself the following day, which is today's your day to rest, because you're going to work in the evening. Because my priority at the end of the day, as much as I enjoy going out on my layovers, my priority is my job and actually working. So I know that I need to be rested well to work back to Dubai. I've had a good time in Birmingham, which is like any other layover. You have your fun, but then you have to come back and just be responsible. I think that's what it is, not just for the job, but also for my body. I don't want to come back to Dubai because, like I said, I'm married. So my wife is in Dubai. I don't want to come back to Dubai feeling lazy and tired and have to sleep when you have your friends or you have your social life and you want to be doing stuff in Dubai. So yeah, my advice would just be, for now at least, when I'm tired, I just sleep. That's how I manage it. I'll be pretty successful that way. Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds amazing. I actually had some trouble sleeping sometimes even before this job. So
Yeah.
now sometimes I still have trouble sleeping, but for the most part I am okay. I try to time it. So on one part, sleep when you're tired, absolutely. And the best sleep I have is after the flights, actually.
Right.
And
Right.
like
Right.
after the
Yeah.
flight,
Yeah.
if I get to the hotel room, yeah, I'll take a nap or I sleep. Like it's easy to sleep after the flights. I guess it's
Mhm,
just
mhm,
the
mhm.
aircraft pressure or whatever. So I, you know what I mean. I have a good time sleeping, but sometimes I try to time it. Like I have a night flight. I should sleep later today because I want to wake up later because my flight is in the night and probably I cannot
Yeah.
nap before. So it's just all
Yeah.
those things together. Try to
Yeah.
time the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, I would never have thought to myself, but now I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but I think for most of us here, we end up only going to bed on a normal, like a day off. We're only going to bed after midnight, and all of our friends and stuff back home, or even growing up back home, you'd be in bed by 10 o'clock, but over here you going to bed so late. So trying to plan your sleep according to that. For example, this flight, I had to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's usually only when I'm going to bed. So having to try to sleep before that, sometimes it's impossible. You can't really do that.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, it's basically you still have to sleep manage. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
manage
yeah,
your sleep properly.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
15 years, Kyle, that's absolutely amazing. I'm really happy for you, and you look very
Thank
young,
you.
to be honest. If I can tell you that, what's I don't know if I asked you your age. What is your age?
36, 36, yeah,
36.
36.
Man, you look
Yeah,
26. Keep it up.
yeah. Thank you.
You must be using some nice products or something. Man.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, thanks, thanks.
Pleasure, pleasure.